and how we're going to talk about math and work together to solve the problem. So when someone's talking, what do? Listen. We look at them and we listen. So same when I'm talking and when your partner's talking, okay? Are y'all ready to do some math? Okay, so we're going to get started. What you're learning today is you are going to be learning about two-digit numbers that end in 0. Two-digit numbers that end in 0 is what we're going to be learning about today. And you're going to know you're successful when you can make a model and explain what the digits mean in that number. So you're going to make a model with your manipulatives that you have at your desk. Okay? And then not only do you model the problem, you've got to be able to explain. So if I come by and say, well, tell me about this and tell me about that, you'll be able to explain. And so do you guys have little dry erase markers that you write on your desk? No. Would you grab really quickly one of those and have them out in case I ask you to write anything on your desk? It's okay. As long as one of you has it at your partner, we're good.
On our desk?
No, just whatever you normally do. That's perfect.
I got 2.
That's perfect. So just have that out. Remember, it's a tool, not a what? Not a toy. So in 5 seconds, we're going to be ready. Everybody's going to have a marker out with their partner group. Nobody's drawing on their board or playing with their Rubik's Cube. 3, 2, 1. Eyes on me. All right, are you ready for our problem for the day? You ready?
No.
Okay, here we go. Remember, you're learning about two-digit numbers that end in what?
1.
That end in 0. So we're going to be looking at two-digit numbers that end in 0. You're going to model and explain what those digits mean. Are you ready? Okay. Do you guys know Boom and Buzz?
No.
From your textbook? Yes, Boom and Buzz. And aren't they always arguing with each other?
Yes.
Always. Yeah.
Because they have the same ways they want to do, because they are not the same color, but
They're arguing about something all the time, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah. So guess what? They're at it again. Guess what they're arguing about?
What?
Boom and Buzz are arguing. Boom says that the number 20 can be shown with 2 10 frames. That he can model it and show it with 2 10 frames. Buzz says no, it cannot. It can't be just 2. Buzz says no way, it can't be just 2. It has to be 20.
No.
So I want you, remember our success criteria today is to model and explain about the digits and the two-digit numbers. So I need you to help me figure out who's right, Boom or Buzz. So I need you to know figure out who's correct, model and explain. And then if you can record the number of 10s and 1s on your little board as I come around, I'll ask you some questions. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to set my timer, and I'm going to come around and talk to you about your solution. Remember, you're trying to figure out who's right, Boom or Buzz. Boom says the number 20 can be shown with 2 10 frames. So you're going to want to model with your 10 frames and your cubes. And then Buzz says, no way, it can't be just 2. It has to be 20. So I want you to talk with your partner, and y'all start talking about who's right and who's wrong and how you can prove it. Your timer starts now. You have to talk to your partner and figure out how you can show that Boom is wrong or Buzz is wrong. Yes. You don't need to write anything yet. All you need to do is try to model. That's okay. He has one, so y'all are partners. So can y'all talk about this? Work together. Remember, we're all partners. Can you talk about who's right, who's wrong, and how you can model and show? Because remember, Boom says it takes 2 10 frames, and Buzz says no way, it's going to take 20. So work with your partner. What do you think? How can you prove it?
Right. Because it takes 2.
Okay, are y'all working together? Remember, partners work together. Y'all should only have 2 10 frames. Let me take these off for you. Not 3. There you go. Now you can work together. Can you help him? Yep. So tell me what you're doing here. Go ahead and help him. Keep doing what you're doing.
10, 9, 10, buddy. 10.
Okay, so you're doing 10 and 10. Is that what you just told me? Yes? So what do you think? Is Boom right or is Buzz right?
14, 15.
Is it 2 10 frames or is it 20?
Boom.
So is it 2 or is it 20?
17, 18, 19.
It's 20 10 frames?
20. No, 2.
2 what?
22.
2 10 10 frames make 20. Is that what we're doing right here? Are you proving that?
27.
So I'm confused. So did you prove that 2 10 frames? Boom is right? Boom is right, isn't he? It's 2 10 frames. Here's what I want to know, guys.
29.
What do each of these red cubes
We
represent?
know that 10 plus 10 equals. For the breaking all of our blocks out. So we know that 10 plus 10 equals 20.
All right, listen to my question. What do each one of these represent? How do you know that this is 20?
Together equals 20. So you put them together. And 5.
Okay, so how could we prove it was 20? What could you do? Leave it right there so both of you can work. How could you prove this was 20? Leave it right there. What would you do to prove it's 20? What do you think? What's your name? What was it? Gunnel? How could you, Gunner, how could you prove this is 20?
My toes.
10 plus 10 equals 20? Would y'all agree with that? Yeah? So why did Buzz think it was 20? Because he said, no, it can't be 2 10 frames that make 20. It has to be 20. Why would Buzz think it was 20? I want you to talk to your partner about why he would think it was 20, and I'm going to come back and see if y'all come up with the answer, okay? What do you guys got over here?
Alright, so everybody knows that 10 plus 10 equals 20.
Okay.
And these 10 frames have 10, and this one has 10.
Okay, so if this one has 10, this is a group of how much?
10.
This is a group of
10.
10. I'm wondering if you can write that for me. You see those little blanks up there? It says record the number of blank 10s. How many groups of 10 do you see? And how could you write that on your board for me? Could you work on that together and I'll come back and check on it?
Alright, I need more blocks.
All right, what's going on over here? Oh, you need more blocks? I will hook you up. Hang on.
10s. Say 2 10s. 2 10s. So I need to do 10. How many ones? 2 10s.
You need what, 2 more?
Right?
Okay, so what do y'all think? Who's right, Boom or Buzz?
2 10s. Wait.
Boom is right, why?
No, we need 2 10s plus 2 and then 2 10s plus 2 10s.
2 10 frames make 20? Did you prove that 2 10 frames make 20? So I need y'all to talk to each other. Why did Buzz think that it took 20?
How would you put
Talk to each other about why he thought it was 20. And I'm going to come back and I want to know the answer, okay? All right.
We just
What do y'all think? Who's right, Boom or Buzz?
He hasn't decided yet.
Okay, so why do you think that Buzz is right? Buzz says that it can't be just 2 10 frames, has to be 20. Why do you think that?
Because it's in a group of 22.
A group of 2 what? Okay, can you prove that with some of these manipulatives? What's in a group of 20? Can you explain that? Go for it.
So all you gotta do is count to 20.
Okay, let's put ours
Boom
together.
said it was 2. You guys are it can't always just be 2. You guys are because there's different problems of different things are actually the question of the answer.
Okay, so he's saying that it can't always just be 2. What do y'all think about that?
Well, I think it's boom because I counted with my blocks. And I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third frame. 11. So, whatever. It doesn't make copy. 19, 20. And this is 2 frames, so that's why I think it's boom.
Okay, so you are saying that this equals 20 total, right? But Boom is saying it's 2 10 frames. Why is he saying it's 2 10 frames?
And we have 2 10.
Yeah, you do. So did we prove that Boom was right? That you could make 20 with 2 10 frames? What do y'all think? So you don't think this is right? You don't think this is 20?
It is 10 and 10 make 20.
Oh, it is 10 and 10. Did y'all hear what he said? So how many 10s do we have here?
Yeah, but
2 10s. I'm wondering, can you write that on your board to show me how many 10s you have here? But I'm wondering this question. Just leave that right there. How many 1s do you have? So talk to your partner as I go to the next group. You told me there's 2 10s, but how many 1s are there? Talk to your group. All right, what do you need? Who's right? Are y'all out of, you need some more things, buddy? Oh, no, you have some. So who's right? Boom or Buzz? Okay, why?
Because Buzz wasn't right. You can't get 20 and you only have to have 2 yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, so did she prove it was 20? But why did Buzz think it would be 20? Why would he say, no, it can't be 2, it has to be 20?
Because
It's confusing.
Because you can't have 20 blocks. 10 plus 10 equals 20.
Okay, but why would he think it was 20? Why would he say that? Why would he go, no, 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 it can't be 2?
Because 20 plus 20 equals a different number.
Okay, so it'd be a different number if he had 20 10 frames, wouldn't it? Yeah. But when we have 20, how many 1s do we have here? How many 1s?
None.
She says we have none. What do y'all think?
None.
How do you know, or why are you saying that you have no 1s?
Because 10, well, I mean, yes, you do have 1s. Because 10s have 1s.
Oh, did you hear what she said? That every 10 is made of 10 1s. Is that what you're saying? So this 10 1s can also be called a group of what? 10s. Right, because you were saying this is a group of 10, that's a group of 10, and y'all told me a minute ago 2 groups of 10 make 20, right? So what I'm wondering is, do you see where it says record the number of 10s and 1s? Could you write that on your board? Oh, you did write it right there. You have 2 10s, right? So how many 1s are there?
10.
In each 10 frame is what you're saying. But how many 1s total are there altogether?
20.
So could you write that in another way? So don't erase. You have your 2 10s. How many 1s are there? You just told me. 20. Oh, where's my phone? Oh, yeah. I think. Why would she say there's 21s? Why would she say there's 21s? Why would she say there are 21s? Show me a 10. Can you show me a 10? With like, yeah, this is a 10. Show me another 10. Oh, we got about another minute. That's a 10, that's a 10. Those are 10s. Where are the 1s? Where are the 1s in this? In the 10s. Did you hear what he said? He said the 1s are in the 10s. Is this a 1? Is this a 1? Is this a 1? How many 1s do we have altogether? In both of these? 20. Yes. So how many 1s could we write? 20. So can you write that? You have 2 10s. Write your 21s down. So here's my question though. Go ahead and write that. 21s. Write 1s next to it. The word O-N-S. O-N-S. So here's my question. Why does the number 20? Remember our our learning today was to talk about the 2-digit numbers that end in 0? Yes. O-N-E-S. So why, y'all, what does the 2 mean in that number, in the number 20, and what does the 0 mean in that number? So I want you to talk about what those digits actually mean or tell us about the number. Are y'all with me?
Yes.
Talk to your partner. What does the 2 mean? What does the 0 mean?
So the 2 means...
So did y'all come up with how many 10s there were and how many 1s there were? Did y'all talk about that? 21s. Where are they? Can you point to them?
So I draw them on my board.
I love that. There's 21s. And how many 10s are there? 2 10s. So my question is, remember part of our success criteria and our learning target was to talk about, can you write the number 20 for me? Or he has the number 20 written, but go ahead and write the number 20. What does the digits in the 2-digit number mean? What does this 2? I need y'all to talk as a group. What does this 2 mean? And what does this 0 mean? What do you think? Talk to your group about what each of those digits mean.
You won't waste my hand because stuff comes out. This means a 0.
Take a picture of that. All right, quick. some of your solutions. Are y'all ready? Remember, when we're talking as a group, we are listening to me and listening to those who are talking. And I'm going to ask you to turn and talk about a bunch of things, okay? So you guys are doing an excellent job of modeling about boom and buzz. Did we decide who was right? Who's right, boom or buzz? Boom. Most of you agree boom was right? Boom said it took 2 10 frames to make 20. Buzz said no way, it took 20. So we'll talk about that. So let's look at this model.
It's a buzz thing.
Maybe Miss Loveless can get this right.
Buzz.
It's a buzz.
And freeze this.
Buzz.
That's over. Less light. Does that help? Zoom in. What do y'all think? Can we see it yet? I like put the shade on this window. I have to make it just oh, great night.
But the blind is sitting be open.
Oh. Okay, so let me set my timer. Oh, be careful. Oh, I can't set my timer. Oh, yes, I can. Miss Kaylor just did a little dance for us. Wasn't that great? All right, so we set my timer for this, and then we'll get back to the pictures. All right, so let's look at this picture that's up here. All right, tops on your markers, hands are in your lap. We're not writing, we're not playing with blocks. We are listening and talking, okay? So remember our target for the day, what we were learning is we were learning about 2-digit numbers that end in 0. And part of your success criteria was to model, which all of you did a very good job of, and explain what those digits mean. So what the digits in that 2-digit number means. So let's take a look at this model that I saw out there. I saw a lot of these people, a lot of your groups making this model. So what I want you to do is talk to your partner about this model. What does this model show? And does it prove boom or buzz correct? So talk to your model. What does it show? And how does it prove which one is correct? Talk to your model. Talk to your partner.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Okay. So 2 10 Okay. So let's come back together. What did you and your partner talk about? Remember, tops on markers. We're not writing right now. What does this 10 frame show, and how does it prove who was right? Who wants to share what you and your partner said? Yes, sweetheart. Everybody remember, when our friends are talking, we're looking at them. Laser focus. Can y'all laser focus?
No.
Watch, let me show you how. You ready? Laser focus. Can you do that?
My partner said 2 10 plus 2 10 equals 20 tens. And then I wrote a picture here. And it says it has 1 10 frame right here and 1 10 frame right here equals 20.
Okay, so was boom or buzz correct? Boom! Because boom said it took how many? 2 10 frames to show 20. How did we know that was 20? How do you know that's 20? Right here.
Because 10 plus 10 equals 20.
Do y'all agree with that? So we had 10 here and 10 here, and so that's 20. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah. So it only took 2 10 frames. But y'all, I don't understand. When somebody gets an answer wrong, a lot of times they have some right thinking. So what was Buzz thinking? Why would Buzz have told Boom, no, it has to be 20? What was he getting confused? Try to talk to your partner. What was Buzz getting confused that made him think it was 20?
Because he probably thought 20 plus
Because it's 20 what?
equals 20.
It's not 20 tens, it's 20 what?
It's 20 blocks, but she got confused because 20 blocks is a lot similar to 20 tens.
So he was thinking, you're saying that 20 was the ones, instead of like Boom was saying that the 2 was the tens. Buzz was thinking 21s. I'm following you. Okay. All right, let's come back together. What were you and your partners saying? Why was Buzz confused? What was Buzz thinking? Yeah.
Actually, I found this in the floor.
Thank you for that. Okay, so what was Buzz thinking? Why was he confused? Yes.
Because she thought that one goes on each one and it gets faster.
So he maybe thought that you needed 20 10 frames, right? But 20 10 frames, if I fill up 20 10 frames, am I going to have 20?
No.
I'm going to have a lot more than 20, aren't I? So he might have thought it was 20 10 frames, but he was wrong. So why would he think there needed to be 20? What were y'all talking about in the back there? What were you saying he thought?
We were saying that he said, like, no, you can't do 20 unless if you have 10 frames. But he got confused because 20 blocks is a lot similar than 20 10.
Okay, so you said he needed 20 blocks. So I want you to use the words. Are y'all listening to this?
Yes.
I want you to use the words ones and tens. And I want you to talk to your partner. What was Buzz confused about? He was confused about something to do with ones. He thought something about ones, and Boom thought something about tens. Talk to your partner. Use those words when you're talking to your partner. What was Boom thinking it was, and what was Boom thinking it was? Use those words. Ones and tens. Can you use the words ones and tens to talk about that? What did Boom think? Now use the words tens or ones. Did he think it was 2 tens or did he think it was 2 ones?
He got confused about
He did thought it was the blocks.
But
It was the 10 frames. That's exactly right. So did Boom thought it was 2 10 frames. So Boom said the 2 was tens or was the 2 ones? We're talking about 10 frames. Are we talking about tens or are we talking about ones?
This is a bad idea.
Is this a 1 or is this a 10? It's a 10, isn't it? So he was thinking 2 tens. So Buzz must have been thinking 20 what? He was thinking 20. He was saying 20 tens, but did he mean 20 tens? What do y'all think? Do you think he meant tens or do you think he meant ones? I think he did too. He wouldn't have thought it was 20 10 frames. That would be a lot. Oh, he was maybe trying to do 1 on each frame?
yeah.
That would work, wouldn't it?
Just the 20 plus 0 equals 20.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you were using the words tens and ones. Can somebody tell me how many tens we have here? How many groups of tens we have here? Yeah.
2.
Do y'all agree that that's 1 group of 10?
Yep.
2 groups of 10, so this is 2 tens? How many ones do we have here? 20. Wait, can we have both?
Yes. No.
Oh, can we? Do we? Is this 1 10 and 2 tens? Is it 2 tens? And is it 20 ones? Yeah, I can count each one of those. So you're telling me that I can make 20 with 2 tens or 20 ones? Is that what you're saying? That is interesting. So let me ask you a question. Let me show you another picture. Let me unfreeze this. Maybe. And show you another picture. Hopefully. I'll work on the lighting. This is always the issue. Can y'all see that? Not really.
I can see nothing.
Oh. I know, I can see nothing either. Let me kind of make it tilted. There we go, I think that'll work. Let me freeze it. Okay, so you guys were telling me, quit, don't spin your boards, okay? Remember, tools, not toys. This person wrote what y'all just told me. They said 2 10s and 20 1s. Y'all see that? Did we just agree that that's true? So here, remember our learning target and our success criteria? We were learning today what the digits of a 2-digit number means. So we were thinking about, what does this 2 mean? What does this 0 mean? Okay? So I need you to think about, what do those digits tell us? Are you thinking about that? Are you looking at my number? Oh, I don't see all my eyes up here. Oh, our time's almost up with our discussion. Let's look. You see this 2?
Yeah.
I wonder what that tells us. Look at this 0. I wonder what that tells us about the number 20. And I want you to think about what we just said about how you can make 20, okay? So I want everybody to talk with your partner. What do you think the 2 tells us? What do you think the 0 tells us? Then we're going to share out. If this is your number 20, what do y'all think? What does that 2 tell us?
20.
I love that. I love that. The 0 tells you how many ones. Yes? And the 2 tells you how many ones. 10s. Can you share that here in a minute? To the whole class? What did you say? You don't want to share the whole class?
I can.
You can? So what did the 0 tell us?
I think 2 1s.
Can you help her out? What was the 2? Remember we had 2 what?
10.
Yeah. And to make 20, that's exactly right. But how many 1s did we have when we wrote our number? Oh, so there was none left over. I'm following you. What do y'all think? What did that 2 represent? Let's talk about with your partner.
10 plus 11.
Okay, but what did this 2 represent? When you made your number, do you see 2 of anything? Do you see 2 of anything in your number here? Do you see 2 of anything? 2 10 frames. Did you hear that? So what do you think the 2 tells us in the number? That there are 2 what? 10 frames or 10s. Do you agree? All right, let's come back together. So let's share out. Remember, so that we can get to our success criteria today, which was to tell us what these numbers in the 2-digit number meant. So you guys modeled 20 and proved that Boom was right, that it was 2 10 frames, right? And then Buzz was confused because he thought he would just use in 21s. So someone tell me, I think this group was going to share with me, weren't you? What did the 2, did you think the 2 told us? Two 10 frames. Isn't that what you guys said too? So the 2 tells us how many 10 frames we have? Or we could call it 10s, couldn't we? So how many 10s are in 20? How many 10s are in, if the 2 tells us how many 10s, if the first digit tells us how many 10s, how many 10s are in 20? 2. So I'm confused. Then what's the 0 tell us?
0 more.
0 1s, or there's no more left over.
Yeah.
Could I have given you some more and you would have had some left over? So I bet as you start exploring 2-digit numbers some more, you're going to be exploring that not every time is this number a 0. But when it's a 0, it means that I don't have any 1s left over. No 1s left over. I only have 2 groups of 10. What do you think if that number was 30? What did that 3, would that 3 tell us? Turn and tell your neighbor, what would the 3 tell you if the number was 30? Okay, so let's come back together. What do y'all think? If the number was 30, and we know what the first digit tells us, what does the 3 tell you in 30? Yeah. There you go. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
If you were listening, you did. She said there's 3 10 frames or 3 10s. and there's 0 ones left over. That's what that second digit means. You guys did a great job of discovering that today. You discovered that the first digit tells us how many 10s there are, and the last digit, 0, tells us how many ones there are left over, but they're after we make groups of 10, right? But there wasn't any left over this time. So you're going to be exploring the rest of this week how to make more groups of 10s, and because you kind of got to the point where there was 2 ways to make 20. Because some of you could argue that, Miss Loveless, no, there's 20 ones. There's not 0 ones. That'll be something you talk about in a future lesson, okay? Thank you guys so much for letting me come in and teach today. I have a little exit ticket for you, but before I give that to you, we're going to spend 15 seconds, uh-oh, that almost came off, cleaning up your boards and markers. The 10 frames and cubes, just leave them on the tables. I'm going to come get them. But you have 15 seconds to get your board and marker out of the way and your pencil out to do your exit ticket, okay?